Hey, this is Torah in 2 minutes-ish. I'm outside because it's a nice fall day and we're getting close to Thanksgiving. One of the lines I think of as we approach Thanksgiving is from the Talmud. We're studying Talmud at Shul online. At the beginning of Brachot, there's an argument over when you are able to say the Shema in the evening, what's the earliest time, and one of the opinions is that from the time that a poor person is able after a day of work to sit down to eat his bread with salt. And part of the insight into this is that the Torah and the Jewish tradition understands that there's an obligation from the Torah, from God, to say the Shema every evening, when you lie down, when you rise up, and the sages come in to say, you know what, you can't really do that. You can't fulfill your religious obligation, your obligations to God, unless you know the situation of people in your community, unless you know the situation of the vulnerable in your community. So unless you're in touch with the rhythms of life of the poor, you can't really know how to fulfill your obligations to God. That's an important thing for us to know this Thanksgiving, which is to say, when we wish to think of how we're supposed to act in this world, we have to remember that our own perspective isn't the only important one. We have to be in touch with those who are different from us, those who are more vulnerable than us, always. Look, we've been through pandemic Seder. We've been through pandemic high holidays, and we can make it through pandemic Thanksgiving. There's hope that that our current pandemic restrictions won't be eternal. We'll be able to make it through. And remember to have that fortitude, that sense of strength, both to serve God by caring for those who are in more vulnerable and more difficult situations than us, and to maintain a sense of that consistent sense of obligation to be a part of a people who is dedicated to creating a more godly world, even in difficult times. Shabbat Shalom, and have a good holiday.